the Jordan brand took the Tatum shoe and added this Bloodline colorway, and I feel like it kind of takes it to a whole different place. So let us go ahead and see, is this shoe really worth the hype? And let's go ahead and get through a whole unboxing and break down this sneaker right here. So as I was saying, this is indeed the Jordan Tatum 4 Bloodline colorway. Now I will be using my Ray-Bans in this review, so kind of, you know, stay tuned for those looks, but I kind of want to show you guys how it looks in my hand. So this is how it looks right here in my hand. I hope you guys can see it well. It does have that cushion 3.0 system, which I believe the Luka 4 did have that same thing. And as you guys see, a little couple details, it says find a way right here. I'm guessing that just means find a way, like, you know, in just like your career and just in life. Deuce, I know this is for sure his son, so that's a couple of detail. You know, you have his number right here. I mean, yeah, I like the overall design. I feel like it's definitely, I wouldn't say it's basic, but it's just like, you know, it's a basketball sneaker. I feel like it's not too special. So let's kind of go back to our camera. A little of my first impressions, I will say, I did just buy this sneaker the other day. So I have 4 other sneakers down look for y'all. I have some Kobe's right here, and then I have some KD 18 Autumn Pearls down there, and I got some Adidas that are going to be coming out. I don't know what the order is going to look like as far as that, but hit the subscribe button so you can stay tapped in and you don't miss out on these daily uploads. But as far as this shoe goes, it does fit true to size. It fits pretty lightweight, and honestly, if I had to compare it to a sneaker, which I honestly might compare it with in my comparison video when I compare 2 of these shoes, I can kind of compare it to that KD 18. So if you guys have tried a KD 18, I feel like the feel is kind of similar, but I feel like the KD 18 just has more padding in it. I feel like the KD 18 is definitely more, you know, comfortable, if I had to put it in a better way. But this shoe, I did get it on sale. That's one thing I did want to say. I think I got it at like $110, and it's normally $130. So this shoe is being seen on sale multiple times. I'm even looking at it right now on my screen. I can even show you guys a little picture if I can remember to edit in the video. But it says $97 at a spot near me, and that's even cheaper than the price I got it. So that is interesting. But this is definitely a shoe that I feel like is nice, a budget sneaker. But yeah, that's enough that I do want to talk about. I don't think I want to talk about any other first impressions. But as far as logo goes, there is JT on here. You guys know that's for Jason Tatum. And now let's go ahead and just break down our first segment of this. And this is going to be the overall unboxing experience. Now the box, I'm going to show you guys the boxes right here. It's pretty normal box, if I had to say so myself. I don't feel like there's anything too crazy with it. It's not like that LeBron 23 that I had earlier in the year with like a crazy big old box where it had like all those little booklets in it and the different laces and a cool little bag in it. But inside this, if I had to unbox and show you guys, it is really nothing crazy. And I will show you guys little B-roll clips, but there's no laces. It is literally just the shoe. And I guess the box is kind of like the only like cool design aspect of it. But that is kind of the, you know, the unboxing experience. I feel like if you do want like a more crazy unboxing experience, definitely check out that Nike LeBron 23 Miami Twice review I did. That shoe was definitely insane. Inside the box, you definitely have that like signature Tatum packaging. It's very clean, modern, and simple. And the paper's got that subtle design imprint, and then the Bloodline color will definitely hit you. Now, the red is really sharp, and it practically kind of glows, especially in the sun. As you guys kind of see, I feel like when it hits the sun, it kind of looks a little different. But that jet black synthetic overlay wrapping around the frame and that icy touches near the midsole make this shoe just look amazing. And it looks like a shoe built for both confidence and chaos on the court. Now, I gotta say, this shoe is, I wouldn't say it's aggressive, but it is more on the aggressive looking side of, you know, with all the lines and, you know, the colors and things like that. But it's definitely refined. I gotta say, it's sleek but tough, and it's definitely more, you know, has a lot of personality compared to, you know, past Tatum models. Wait until you see how these look on foot. I gotta say, you definitely want to see those on foot looks. I gotta say, those will definitely, you know, kind of add to the overall shoe. Nonetheless, let's get to section 2. That's gonna be materials and the overall tech breakdown. Now, I gotta say, the materials, honestly, they do feel pretty basic. They don't feel cheap, but they just feel pretty basic. It feels like the shoe will last, but I just don't know, you know, how long. Because if I had to compare this like a LeBron 23, I definitely would say obviously the materials are kind of different. You know, they're 2 different price points. Yeah, this shoe, as far how long it's gonna last with the materials, I feel like that's gonna be an interesting question to kind of see. And I'm sure there's a lot of reviews out there on the Tatum 4 that have already came out that you can go ahead and check. Let's go ahead and talk about, you know, the nitty gritty and the real details when it comes to the materials. Now, the Tatum 4 uses a lightweight mesh upper within the shoe, which kind of paired with a synthetic rib structure. You can actually see how the ribs create that support without adding too much weight to the shoe. Now, as far as the upper goes, you do have a breathable mesh, but to be honest, when it comes to like the mesh and like the whole shoe, I feel like the mesh is only on certain parts. As you guys can see, like it's only on like, you know, the heel part along the side, but it's not really where your toes are at or things like that. So the breathability aspect of this shoe, it's only on certain parts of the shoe. You do have a support cage, which is very lightweight and gives this shoe the stability without being too bulky. The heel padding is definitely slim, but it's secure. The midsole has a foam setup with zoom-like responsiveness. And then as far as the outsole goes, as you guys can see, you do have that multi-directional traction pattern. But now it's definitely a performance first design, you guys, and I feel like that is a great way to go about shoes. But the Bloodline colorway makes it feel almost like a lifestyle sneaker too, especially with that black and red contrast. And believe it or not, the cushioning surprised me more than the looks. I gotta say, the cushioning overall, before we go ahead and get onto the on-foot comfort next, but I had to give it an overall 1 out of 10 in terms of its comfort. I probably would say a solid 6.5. I think I gave the KDs a 7, so I got to give these a 6.5 because it's not as comfortable, but it definitely has that padding along the whole shoe, and it definitely has a nice underfoot feel. So kind of as we talk about underfoot feel, in this next section, section 3, we're going to talk about that overall on-foot comfort test. And kind of as we get into the section comfort wise, this is easily the best feeling Tatum shoe that I have felt personally. And kind of like a little breakdown, the step-in comfort is light and low to the ground. The cushion is responsive, but it's not mushy. You do have internal padding, and I definitely wouldn't say it's minimal. I say it's there, but it's not too crazy. It's definitely efficient. Now the fit, it definitely feels snug. I definitely want to say it is true to size. It got me a size 11. It does fit me perfectly, and it is snug in the midfoot and it's open in the toe. So I gotta say, you don't have a wide toe box per se, but it kind of is wide in a way, if you guys kind of see what I'm putting down. But the heel lockdown is surprisingly stable, so if you're looking for that, this shoe will definitely handle well. But when I took them outside for the on-foot test, that's when the colorway really came to life. And as you can see, it's definitely going to be a difference, as you guys can see from the colors, you know, from being inside and then from being outside. But let's go ahead and get on to our section 4, the on-foot look and style of the Jordan 4 Tatum Bloodlines. Now on feet, the Bloodline colorway hits way harder than it does on hand, and the red pops under sunlight, but indoors it's more of like a deep and rich tone. So kind of like a couple of style notes, I feel like, and a couple of examples you guys can go ahead and throw on with these sneakers. I would say if you do want to wear them lifestyle, I feel like they can be a lifestyle worn sneaker. Me personally, I probably wouldn't rock out that way, but I feel like you can probably wear some black pants with this. You can get away with some gray, or maybe it's like athletic shorts, in my personal opinion. But I definitely gotta say, this shoe is gonna definitely look clean for hooping, or even a couple of, like, you know, casual fits, lifestyle wear. But the slim profile makes them feel less bulky than most basketball shoes. So if you want a less bulky shoe, tap in with this shoe. Link will be in the description. But the shape is the sleeper part, and it's got just enough curve to look modern without being too futuristic. And if you like subtle flair, this shoe definitely will nail that. But trust me, you're going to want to hear my final verdict, because this colorway changes the Tatum 4 value completely. Now let's go ahead and get on to a couple of performance notes for this shoe. And I gotta say, when I tested these shoes, it does have good bite when it comes to traction, especially on those clean courts. When it comes to the overall stability, the shoe is pretty stable. You have a nice supportive base. And then as far as this cage go, it definitely does work, but it is definitely not heavy at all. As far as the transition, you do have a nice, I would say kind of like a meta rocker system. It's definitely not the most flat, but it's kind of like your Nike Giannis Freak 7. It's kind of flat, but it's not flat. And it kind of has that rocker at the toe and also the heel section. Now, as far as the speed fit, I would say this is definitely great for guards, wings, and quick players. And if you move fast, cut hard, and value light shoes, this is one of the best performers the Jordan brand has out right now. So definitely tap in with this shoe. Also, one thing I do want to say, if you do want to tap in with another Jordan branded sneaker, the Luka 4 is pretty similar to this sneaker right here in a couple of different ways. And I feel like the cushioning is kind of similar. But my final verdict, would I cop this sneaker for its price? At about, it's $130 at retail, but it has a sale price. To me personally, I think I would honestly rather go for a different sneaker. You know, I have reviewed over 100 for sneakers on my channel, so I really know what there is to offer, and that is exactly why I really recommend you guys hit the subscribe button so you stay tapped in with these different sneaker reviews. But there are so many sneakers out there that are there to offer. I feel like I would go with the KD4 Longhorns. I would even go with this KD18 over it. I would go with the Nike LeBron 23, the Freak 7. I feel like the list just goes on. And I feel like this shoe, I'm definitely not against this shoe because of the way, or like the price, of course, because it is a good price. I feel like the only reason why is because I like a good stylistic shoe. And I feel like I look for a shoe that also just fits really nicely and it fits like a glove. And I feel like this didn't really give me that. So for that reason being, I feel like I wouldn't really cop this sneaker over all the other options that I've tested. So let me know what your final verdict is. Have you ever owned a Tatum? Let us know in the comment section. Would you buy these as well? But as I was saying before, these sneakers are linked in the description, so feel free to cop. But they do support the channel and they are affiliate links, so I greatly appreciate it if you do so. And yeah, you guys, I definitely recommend hit that like button on the video if you did like it, subscribe, and the notification bell so you don't miss out on these daily uploads. And last but not least, if you guys want another comparable option that I feel like is going to be a little bit better, I definitely recommend check out that Luka 4, you guys. That Luka 4 was something I didn't really expect, and it has a lot of similarities with this sneaker, but I feel like it has a lot of better colorways and it has a better feel in my personal opinion. See you there.